You just got your GI map results back. 7 pages of bacteria names you cannot pronounce, numbers that mean nothing, and markers that might as well be hieroglyphics. Your doctor glanced at it for 30 seconds and said, "Looks mostly fine. Maybe take some probiotics." But you are still bloated, still exhausted, still running to the bathroom, still feeling like your gut is at war with you. Look, as a functional diagnostic nutrition practitioner, I know that test is speaking a language most doctors aren't trained to understand. They miss the patterns that explain why you still feel so sick. And today, I'm going to decode what your GI map is trying to tell you. Because those numbers aren't random. They are the roadmap back to feeling like yourself. Look, I get it. You've been to doctor after doctor. The conversation always goes the same way. You explain your symptoms, the bloating, the brain fog after eating, the unpredictable bathroom trips. They run their standard tests, and everything comes back normal. Your labs look great, they say. Try meditation for stress, maybe add more fiber. This drives me nuts, because here is what they are not checking. Your gut is a system, not just a tube that processes food. It home to trillions of bacteria that control everything from your energy to your hormones to your immune system. Standard stool tests are looking for obvious infections, blood in a stool, major parasites, the medical emergencies. But what about the opportunistic bacteria quietly taking over? The beneficial species that are missing? The inflammation brewing beneath the surface? The fact that you are not even digesting your food properly? This is why you are stuck. You are trying to fix symptoms while the real problem is high. It's like trying to fix a car by only looking at the paint job. I learned this the hard way. Years ago, I was doing everything right. Eating clean, taking supplements, even getting testosterone shots. But I felt terrible. Low energy, short fuse with my family, couldn't lose weight. My doctor said everything was normal. It's just stress from your job. Then I ran advanced testing against my doctor's advice. When she asked why I test if nothing was broken, I thought, because I feel broken. Those tests reveal issues with my microbiome that explain everything. Fixed them, got my life back. What makes the GI map different? First, it uses DNA technology. Not just growing bacteria in a petri dish like it's 1950. We are looking at the genetic fingerprints of everything living in your gut. This catches organisms that conventional testing misses. Here is what this test reveals: the hidden infections, not just the obvious parasites. We are talking about H. pylori with virulence factors, the kind that burrows into your gut lining and protects other pathogens. Opportunistic bacteria that shouldn't be there. Candida overgrowth that's been dismissed as normal. Your actual digestive function, there is a marker called elastase-1 that shows if you are producing enough digestive enzymes. Another called steatocrit that reveals if you are absorbing fats. Most people with chronic gut issues aren't even breaking down their food properly. The inflammation nobody's measuring. Calprotectin shows intestinal inflammation. Secretory IgA reveals your gut immune system status. This explains why you feel inflamed even when blood tests look fine. The liver connection, beta-glucuronidase, tells us if your liver detox is backed up. High levels mean toxins are recirculating instead of leaving your body. This matters for hormonal issues. Here is a real example. In FDN, we've seen cases where recurring UTIs and fertility struggles were the presenting symptoms. Doctors kept prescribing antibiotics. Nothing helped. The GI map revealed serious dysbiosis. Beneficial bacteria wiped out. Opportunistic species taking over. Inflammation markers very high. The UTIs weren't the problem. They were a symptom of a devastated gut ecology affecting the entire urogenetical system. By addressing the gut dysfunction, the pattern shifted. The body began healing itself. This is the power of seeing the whole picture. Dr. David Brady, who developed the GI map, puts it this way. We are not just identifying who's there. We are understanding what they are doing and how they are affecting the host. Every marker tells a part of your story. Together, they reveal why you haven't been able to heal. And in FDN, we never read the GI map in isolation. We correlate these gut findings with what we see on hormone or metabolic tests, like a Dutch or an OTS. So the full story shows up instead of one slice of it. This is why functional diagnostic nutrition takes a different approach. In FDN, we don't chase symptoms. We look at everything that's happening in your body because your gut doesn't exist in isolation. Here is what conventional medicine misses. That bloating, that brain fog, may be connected to your afternoon energy crash, which connects to your 3 a.m. wake up, which connects to your sugar cravings, which connects back to your gut. At FDN, we've seen cases where brain fog will hit like clockwork after every meal. Doctors ran blood tests, thyroid panels, even brain scans. All normal. They told the person it was anxiety. The GI map revealed H. pylori with virulence factors, serious inflammation, and compromised digestion. The gut was creating neurotoxins every time food was consumed. This wasn't in their head, it was in their gut. Let me show you how to start reading your results right now. When you get your GI map results, here is where to look. Step 1. Check your fire alarms. Start with these critical markers. Calprotectin over 175. That's active inflammation require attention. Any pathogenic bacteria in red, those need to be addressed. H. pylori positive with virulence factors. This isn't the normal H. pylori your doctor dismisses. If any of these are high, take your results to your doctor immediately. This isn't a do-it-yourself situation. Step 2. Assess your beneficial bacteria. Look for this keystone species. Akkermansia muciniphila protects gut lining. Faecalibacterium prosnitzi, major anti-inflammatory. Bifidobacterium species, immune and mood support. If these are low or missing, that's like having a garden with no good plants. Weeds take over. Step 3. Check your digestion. Find these markers. LST1 below 200. You are not producing enough enzymes. Steatocrit above 10%. You are not absorbing fats. Beta-glucuronidase over 2500. Your detox is backed up. This explains why you can eat perfectly and still feel terrible. Step 4. Look for overgrowth patterns. Opportunistic bacteria should be in green ranges. If they are elevated, multiple species, high means dysbiosis. Candida species elevated means potential yeast overgrowth. Methanobrevibacter high might explain constipation. Step 5. Connect to your symptoms. This matters. Your result means nothing without context. Map each finding to how you actually feel. High inflammation plus low beneficial bacteria plus poor digestion explains your bloating and fatigue. Here's what changed everything in one FDN case study. Years of struggling with weight loss despite clean eating and exercise. The GI map showed food sensitivities and bacterial overgrowth. When the trigger foods were removed based on testing and the overgrowth addressed, weight loss followed naturally, not overnight, but as the body healed, metabolism normalized. It wasn't about willpower. It was about removing what was sabotaging the system. Listen, you are not crazy. You are not just stressed. You are not making this up. Your body is trying to tell you something. Every symptom, every weird reaction to food, every energy crash, these aren't signals, not character flows. The GI map translates these signals into a language we can understand and act on. I see this shift constantly in functional diagnostic nutrition. People who've been dismissed, told their labs are normal, made to feel like hypochondriacs. Then we run the right test, find the patterns, connect the dots. Suddenly they realize I wasn't broken. My body was screaming for help and nobody was listening. In FDN practice, we see how the whole story unfolds in test results. Adrenal dysregulation from chronic gut inflammation. hormones redirecting to manage stress, detox pathways overwhelmed, energy production compromised, all from gut dysfunction that normal tests miss. What we hear again and again is this: for the first time in years, there is hope, because now there is clarity about the patterns driving your symptoms and a path to work on them. This is what's possible when you stop accepting normal as good enough, when you demand answers that match how you actually feel. Your GI map results aren't just numbers on a page. They are your body's truth finally being heard. You deserve to feel good, to have energy, to trust your body again, to eat without fear. This test is often the first step back to yourself. Because you suffer in silence long enough, it's time to listen what your body's been trying to tell you.